All right, what's up? I know I haven't posted in a couple days, but it's because I've been really sick over the last few days. So today I'm going to be going over two things to make up for the day that I didn't post. And today we're going to be going over patience or impatience and execution or poor execution. And you get notice how like all these things tie into each other. Patience and execution go hand in hand. Overtraining and patience and impatience go together because when you overtrade, you're impatient, and when you're impatient, you overtrade. Same with revenge trading. Like they all these things mesh together, and when you lack one of them, it's most likely that you lack all of them, and that's what makes trading so hard because when one block from your tower of disciplinary skills is pulled out, everything just falls with it. So without one thing, you don't have any of them at all, if that makes sense. So, patience. This is how patience affects me in my trading. So, at first, like I said, it has me make poor execution, ties trading to execution. When you're impatient, you're not going to be willing to wait for the right time to enter the trade because you're so impatient. You just want to get in the market. You want that instant hit of dopamine. And I'm going to be talking about that a little bit later too. Um, it affects me over trading. Like I already said, it makes me overtrade. When you're impatient, you just want to get in trades and you overtrade. And also, you'll be trading random sessions, whether it's Asia session or London session, whatever. When you're impatient, all you want to do is just get in the market. Like you need to trade. And maybe patience doesn't affect everybody like that, but it affects me like that. And it also forces or makes me make the decision of taking terrible quality setups. When you're impatient, like I keep saying, you just want to get in the market and you're going to take these terrible setups or terrible entries because you just want to make money and you're impatient. You just need to be in the market. You're addicted. You're addicted to trading. And that's how I am. So that's something I need to fix. So what causes bad patience for me? It's wanting to make money even if the opportunity does not have high conviction. Like I've been saying, like when you're impatient, what causes it for me is that I've noticed that my problem with trading is that I'm rushing it. I just want to make money. Like that's all I want to do. I just want to make money. I want to make money. And when that's your mindset when it comes to trading, it kind of just puts everything else to the side. Um all of your disciplinary skills, puts them all off to the side, and you just ignore them. You don't acknowledge them at all, and that's what happens when you trade just for the sake of making money. You don't follow your system or your rules, and that's a very dangerous place to be at. And that will slow your progress down by years, months, years, like it has for me. So you kind of have to you kind of have to look at trading not obviously we trade to make money, but you have to look at it from the aspect of it's not to make money and it's a skill I need to build over time, and the money will just come with that as a byproduct. Um, what also causes bad patience for me is constantly monitoring of the charts, whether market opens at 5 p.m. Central Time, already looking. I say to myself, I'm not going to take any trades. I'm just going to look, see some draws for tomorrow. And it always happens that maybe I enter a trade in Asia session when I know it's not what I want to do because I don't like trading Asia session. I like trading New York session. And that's where that impatience ties into that because obviously it's good to look at the market maybe when it opens to see the draws are, but when you have impatience and you need to be in the market, you're going to have the tendency to want to take a trade, and you're not patient enough to wait to the oh my gosh, my fucking hair. You're not patient enough to wait to that session where you know you should be trading. So how can we fix these issues? We could, or I can, we can. These are my problems, but maybe some people struggle with them too. Anyway, we could do real world stuff. We could do real world stuff that can help us, um, such as, oh my, whoa, yo, what is happening? Okay, hold up. Um, I don't know what happened. Let me fix my camera really quick. Can I pause this? Um, anyway, while I try to fix my camera, we could do real world stuff I put down, such as maybe reading or doing puzzles to just work on those patience skills, you know? Like, I'm trying to fix this and I don't know what's going on. There we go. Well, now my camera angle's fucked up. Um, okay. Anyway, we could work or do real world stuff like I was saying, such as maybe doing a puzzle or reading a book to work on that patient skills and not constantly relying on that quick hit of dopamine that you get when entering a trade because they say that the dopamine you get when entering a trade is greater than even when you make money from trading. So we could do these real world things that are kind of slow paced activities to work on patience. And that I feel like that could be really beneficial for struggling with such problems. And I also have right here understanding that I don't have to trade every day and it's okay to miss out on a trade if my conviction is not high enough. And that's something else I've really struggled with. I've struggled with, um, I guess I want to enter a trade and I don't have high enough conviction, so I don't enter it and I see it play out perfectly. So then that makes me go like, oh shit, like I need to make this money back that I lost out on, and I'm not patient enough to wait for that next setup that presents itself. I need to be able to, I need to be willing to do that and wait for that next opportunity. So these are kind of some things I have for impatience and how to fix it. And the next thing that I have on here is hold up, it's execution. Let me go to the document really quick. Okay. So, what is execution? Execution is basically just entering your trade, and when you have poor execution, it's oh wait, I thought I had to sneeze. My fault. When you have poor execution, basically just not entering your trades at the right time, and it said like I just said, it just ties into patience as well. And how execution affects me is like having the right idea, the right draws of where I want price to go, but I don't execute at the right time because I'm impatient and I guess can't wait for the right setup because the thing is we don't have to catch every move or every point in the market. We just have to catch a portion of it. And it's your job to execute that at the right time, wait for the best possible moment to happen in the market to up your chances of making a small portion of that move or making money. And it also affects me because it causes me, when you execute the wrong time, it just builds that bad habit of being impatient. Um, what causes me to have poor execution is impatience and wanting to get that dopamine of being in a trade. Like I've already talked about, like that dopamine is so big when you enter a trade and you just constantly see your P&L moving up and down. You have to somehow be able to, I guess, cut that out and not look at it in a money aspect, which I know is really, really hard. It's really hard. It's hard. It's hard for me to do. I struggle with all of this stuff. These are my problems I struggle with. So that's very hard to do that. And I'm gonna have to try to come up with a way to where I can, I guess, fix that in a manner. And the mindset of wanting to catch as many points. is possible in said move. That is a very bad mindset to be in when trading because when you want to catch every little point of the move, it's gonna cause you to have bad execution. So say you're trading reversals and you think we're at the very bottom and you want to enter into the market at the bottom to catch that whole entire reversal. But that's not your, I mean, maybe there's some people that's their strategy, but for me, that's not my strategy. You want to catch every single move of that market and you don't wait for the right time to execute, you're going to get stopped out. Like it just happens unless you are a bottom and top ticker like I aspire to be and do catch every single move and have a 1 to 50 RR. But for me and the way I trade, that's just not feasible. So, how to fix my poor execution? Having patience. That's simple. It's focusing on the aspect of having patience, and that could fix my execution. That probably fix it all. And understanding I don't need the whole move and just a little portion of it, like we already talked about. Like, and that's all I have down for this. But like, do you guys realize how everything that we talk about ties in? It goes hand in hand. They mesh together. Like they literally all mesh together. When you don't have one aspect, you don't have any of them. It affects every single one. Every single one. And that's what makes trading so damn hard. Cause you don't have one, you don't have any of them. I'll keep saying it, but it's just like a big emphasis on it. But anyway, that's my video for today. Um, if I even have any viewers, I hope you guys learned a little bit. But that's all I have. See ya.